Hey guys, welcome back to the channel for day 2. We're still in week 1. This is day 2. Today's date is the 31st of March. Last day of March, guys. I hope you guys are doing awesome on this Tuesday. I hope you guys did all your work from yesterday and you guys did well. Remember, you can always come back to the videos, guys, to rewatch them, just to make sure that you are doing, the right work. So, missing you guys still. Let's get on to day 2, okay? So here it goes. This is not on your packet, guys. I add these just so that we can have some context on where we are. So this is again day 2. Here's the date, 31st. This is in your packet if you go on to day 2. Again, multiplication table, guys. I don't want to take a lot of time talking about this, but again, it's for this second day. The 31st. First 10 minutes, guys, of class should be this multiplication table. It's very important that you have it, guys. Very, very important. It is fundamental for 5th grade. You're going to continue to do this in 5th grade, guys. So, master it right now. That's the best advice I can give you. Master it right now. That way, by next year, guys, it's going to be super easy for you, okay? So, again, it should take you 10 minutes. Some of you guys can do it in 5. You're going to see, guys, also that as you go day by day, you're going to get faster and faster at multiplication tables, guys. Like I've told you many times in class, guys, if you don't practice anything, guys, whatever it is, if you don't practice it, you're not going to get better at it. Things don't just happen. You have to practice to get better, just like in sports, okay? So this is your first 10 minutes, guys. You can go ahead and pause the video right now. Take your 10 minutes, do your multiplication table, and then you can continue watching the video for the rest of what's going to happen today, okay? So go ahead and pause. All right, as we come back, guys, again, here's the date, 31st. It's a Tuesday. This is your daily skill practice, guys. We're going to be adding multiple numbers. So when adding multiple numbers, guys, make sure you line up decimals like buttons on a shirt, right? Decimals are very important, guys, when you're adding and subtracting, because if you don't put it in the correct place, you might subtract and add right, yeah, but it doesn't mean that you're going to get the right answer. So make sure that you are lining up those decimals, okay? And guys, just like I've been telling you many times, make sure that you take your time, guys, especially with these long numbers. I know they're small numbers. Yes, it's 19 and 27, for example, here. Yes, but it's still a lot of numbers, guys. So make sure you take your time when you add and when you subtract, okay? There's no rush. You still have another 10, 15, maybe even 20 minutes, guys, if that's what it takes you for your skill practice. Take that time. That's fine, okay? So here I gave you one example, and I'm telling you to remember when adding to take your time, guys. Very important, okay? So yes, it's just adding. Adding is pretty simple. Let's make sure we take our time, okay? If you need to separate them, guys, for example, do 19 and 2700s plus 15 and 6300s, and then add this, that's absolutely fine too, guys. You can do that, okay? So for now, I'm just going to do it like this. I'm going to do this one for you, and then you guys have 1, 2, 3, and 4 to do on your own, okay? So you got to line up the numbers. I didn't line it up for you. I did that on purpose. I want you to line it up, okay? Remember, big number on top. Okay, so we're here on the first one, the first example that I'm giving you guys. We're going to start with the smallest place value. We can do 7 plus 3 plus 1. 10 plus 3, you can use your fingers. That is 10 plus 1, 11. I'm going to carry my 1, and then we're on to the next one. Same thing. Add. Take your time. 2 plus 1 is 3. Plus 6, you can use your fingers. That's 9. Plus 7, 16. Carry the 1. And then I'm going to go ahead and go to the next one. Oh, did anybody catch that? What did I do? I skipped the decimal, guys. Do you think the decimal is important? Yes, very, very important, guys. Just like buttons on a shirt, make sure they're lined up nice and neat, straight down. And now we can go on to the next part, to the ones, and we can continue to add, okay? 9 plus 1, that's easy, that's 10. Plus 5, 15. Plus 2, 17. Carry your 1. Now we have a bunch of ones on this side now. Let's go ahead and add them. 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, 4. What's our answer? 47 and 61 hundredths, okay? So that is what you're going to do for your daily skill, guys. It's only 4 problems. This might take you 10, 15 minutes. That's okay, guys. Take your time, okay? You just did your multiplication table. Now we're going to move on to the next part. So at this time, guys, you can go ahead and pause the video. Pause it. When you're ready, you can come back and we can watch. Move on to the next part of this packet, okay? So go ahead and pause. All right, guys, as we come back, just like day one, you got to look here first. We are going to talk quickly, guys, about what we're going to see in the next part. What we're going to see here on our independent work, okay? So mixed number. We talked about mixed number yesterday, guys. What do we know about mixed number? It has a whole number. It could be any number, guys, right? It could be, let's say, a 2. That's why it's called a mixed number. This is my whole. And I can have a fraction. It could be any fraction. It could be 2 out of 10. So this is a fraction. That's why it's called a mixed number, guys, because I have a whole and a fraction. It's 2 different types of numbers combined together, right? And we also talk how we can turn those mixed numbers into decimals. We're going to talk a little bit more about that. So that is what a mixed number is, guys. So anytime you see that in a sentence, mixed number, you should know this is what it represents right here, okay? So now equivalent. We talked about equivalent too yesterday, guys. Equivalent. What do you hear when you hear that word equivalent? I hear equal. So that means that we're looking for numbers that are equal, okay? Now decimals. What do we know about decimals? Decimal, well, it's a little dot, right? Do you think you need a place value for this, guys? Yes, right, you need a place value for that. So you can go ahead and put your place value, guys, whenever you're working with a decimal. Make sure that you know that every single unit, guys, has a different value, okay? Can I turn fractions to decimals, guys? Can I turn decimals to fractions? Yes, right. So next part, fractions again, just like yesterday. A fraction represents a part, guys. So I want to give you a quick example. So think about a pizza, guys. So in a pizza, you get 8 slices, right? So let's say out of those 8 slices, you only ate 6. So now you have 6 out of 8 slices of pizza, right? Is that the complete pizza, guys? No, it's not, right? So that's why it's called a fraction. I can say, guys, last night I ate a fraction of my pizza. Did I eat the complete pizza? No, right? So that's what a fraction means, guys. It means a part. And remember, we can turn these into decimals. All right? So when you're going on to the next part, guys, remember, look at this page first. We can turn our fractions to decimals. Everything that's on this page, you are going to need for this next part. Now, this is day 2, guys. This is the 31st. Remember, this is all you guys. This is independent work. Very important that you read the question carefully, guys, and you understand what they want you to solve. Remember, guys, the question is the most important part. This is what you got to look at, because they might give you a lot of information here, but if the question doesn't need it, then there's no need. It's just extra information. For example, here it's talking about Kate's pen. Is the question asking for pens? No, right? So that's the kind of thing I'm talking about, guys. Look at the question. Make sure you know what you're looking for. Here they're saying which mixed number, so you don't know which mixed number it is, but hey, you got all these mixed numbers here. Look, they have wholes and a fraction. Whole, fraction, whole, fraction, whole, fraction. That's what a mixed number is, guys. We talked about that in this part. Okay, so now which one is equivalent? Oh, I know what equivalent means too, because Mr. Fuentes just covered it. It's an equal sign. It means that they're the same. To 13 and 7/10. Do you think a place value is important here, guys? Yes, right? So you can put your place value. Now you're looking for the mixed number that's equivalent to this, guys. Now I've been telling you, you can turn decimals into fractions or mixed numbers, right? Or vice versa. You can turn a mixed number into a decimal. In this case, we have a decimal going to a mixed number. So just like I've been telling you guys, would your whole change? Does your whole and fraction ever change? No, unless if you're adding, right? But right now we're not adding any fractions, so it's going to stay the same. It's still 13. What about the 7? Is this a whole, guys? What do we say this was? This is our part, so it's not a whole. So that means that at this part, I'm going to have a fraction. Now, do you have anything in the hundredths place? You don't, right? So that's going to be empty. Now, you do have a 7 where? In the tenths. So my 7 landed in the tenths. Do I have one that says that, guys? 13 and 7/10. Let's see. Let's go back over here. I'm going to erase this real quick. 13 1/7. What? No. That's wrong. 13 1 out of 70. Not what I wrote. 13 7/10. Ooh, that looks like a winner. What about the last one? 13 7/100. No, this one's wrong. So our answer is C. Right? So that is how you're going to be solving these types of problems, guys. Number 2, number 3, that is completely on your own, guys. Remember, we have our first example on number 1. And we can also come back to this page if we need any other help, okay? So at this time, guys, this is the end of this video for day 2. Make sure you take your time, guys, with this. You should still have anywhere between 25-30 minutes, guys, to finish 2 problems. So take your time. Look at all I did, guys, on part 1. This is what you need to do, okay? All this work I need to see on this one and on this one, okay? Read the story carefully. Look at the question. What does the question want you to solve, guys? And then you can go on from there, okay? This is day 2, guys. Do not move on to the next one. I'll make another video for tomorrow, okay? So do this one, guys. Take your time. Best of luck. Miss you guys. Take care, okay? Leave a comment in the comment section, guys, and make sure you tell your friends to subscribe. All right, this is the end of the video, guys. See you tomorrow.